Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Daniel Curado. I think Mr. Fallsbury just butchered my last name, but that's okay. That's okay, Arthur. I'll get you back. I hope you can all hear me. I'm dropping blind here. I'm on my cell phone, so I apologize if I go too fast and I'm not in sync with my slides. Let's go to the slide with the vision and the mission of the Omaha District program, please. All right, so hopefully you're looking at the map with the vision and the mission of the Omaha District. We are probably one of the largest districts within the Corps of Engineers as far as program dollars and geographic extension. As you can see there, our area of responsibility is pretty big, up to 10 states in the country. But we also do work outside those states there, nationwide, within the environmental program and other programs that we have that I'll go over on my slides. And we also do OCONA's work outside the country, overseas, for U.S. embassies. Next slide, please. All right, so these are some of the facts on the Omaha District. The main ones there within the red line, you can see those are the military boundaries, 8 states total within the military boundaries. So we support all the military installations within those states there, mainly in Colorado, Wyoming, and the Dakotas. That's where most of the work is taking place right now for the Air Force and Army. And then within the Civil Works boundary, we support 9 states along the Missouri River and its tributaries, serving 6 mainstream dams in the Dakotas and Montana. Next slide, please. All righty. So the Omaha District is a pretty important district within the Corps of Engineers. As I mentioned before, it's one of the biggest ones. And we do have some centers of expertise within the Omaha District located there in Omaha, Nebraska. And we have some, centers for the design, protective design for the embassies overseas, the FIELS program, which is a nationwide program serving DLA, the Department of Logistics Agency, also the rapid response, which is the emergency response for hurricanes and floods and so forth. So the Omaha District, like I said, that is doing work outside our territory. We're doing work nationally and overseas as well. Next slide, please. So we are a full district. We do all 4 business lines: civil works, military, construction, environmental, and we also have the special projects program, which is unique to Omaha. Within the civil works, these are normally small new contracts advertised on beta.gov, and they're typically set aside to small businesses. And although these are small purchases, they're located in remote areas in the Dakotas and Montana. So if you're willing to go to those places, those are great opportunities for small businesses. The military construction, these are contracts for new facilities on our military, for our military customers, Air Force and Army mainly. And they're advertised, all of them are advertised on beta.gov, and they're, like I said, new contracts, C-type contracts, either unrestricted or small business at a size. The environmental remediation program, these are procured under existing IDIQs, either MATACs or SATACs. New IDIQs are always posted as they become, as they expire, we'll renew those IDIQs constantly. So keep an eye on those on beta.sam.gov, and these IDIQs are good for 3 years plus 2 options, or 5 years plus 2. So keep an eye on those. We have a forecast on our website that you can take a look at. It kind of gives you an idea on the new IDIQs we're trying to put out. In the special projects program, this is unique to the Omaha District, as I mentioned before. These are nationwide and regional contracts that we put out for the FEOS program, the Rapid Response Emergency Program, and also the SRM, which is the O&M renovation of existing facilities within our military bases and other customers as well. Next slide, please. So hopefully you're seeing the chart here with our program workload. The Omaha district averages $1 billion in contracts every year. This past fiscal year, FY20, we went over the $1.1 billion, roughly 1.1 and some change. And next year, we're going to be close to $2 billion. Okay, so that gives you an idea how big this district is. Okay, next slide, please. Our small business achievements, as you can see there, going back all the way to 2015. We've been doing very well for overall for the small business program, averaging around 50 to 55% to small businesses for prime contracts here. This is not subcontracting. This is prime contracting. So 50 to 55% of our prime contracts are going to small businesses. That means around $500 to $600 million going to small business every fiscal year. All righty. So, and that tells you right there all the other different small business socioeconomic categories as well. We're doing very well on all of them, except the ones that are sometimes difficult to achieve, like the Hubzone, woman-owned, SDB, OSB, although we've been doing very well the last 2 to 3 years on those as well. Next slide, please. So the next 4 or 5 slides are the list of the main contracting opportunities for the Omaha district. The first one is the military construction program, MILCOM. So as you can see here, all these will be advertised in FY20 or beyond, all right? And most of them are already being planned as far as the acquisition strategy, put an open or small business. EBD is to be determined, so we have to do the market research on those. Again, all these opportunities are C-type contracts, new contracts to be advertised. And there's one out right now, the one right at the bottom out now, the expand Mayfield facility. That one is an SDB OSB set aside. Next slide, please. All right, so this is also within the military construction program. And this is all the work that is going to happen at Offutt Air Force Base in Omaha, Nebraska. We do have a base, an Air Force base down here. And this is due to the recent flooding that happened in 2019. So the Air Force approached the Omaha district to demolish and build new facilities at the base. And so we're going to be doing all these different campuses there on base in the next 2 or 3 years. There's going to be an industry day on October 21st. So make sure you keep an eye on PetBizOps or betasom.gov. The link will be posted very, very soon. And it's going to be virtual as well. So keep an eye on that because you'll learn about all these different campuses and what the scope of work and the magnitude and everything else. So that'll be a great opportunity for anybody interested in doing work there. Next slide, please. Special projects. Most of these are advertised and awarded under existing IDIQs, MATACs, and SATACs. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot here. So the ones you see right here are going to be C-type contracts, new contracts, advertised in FY21. Our COVID actions fell under the special projects program. We don't have any COVID actions at this point. And we also support other agencies like the VA, the Veterans Administration, and EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency as well under this program. Next slide, please. Civil works. These are small purchases for the most part. These are great to to those for those new small business trying to do work for the Omaha district. If you don't mind going to places like the Dakotas and Montana to do work, these are excellent opportunities typically under $4 million, even less than that most of the time. And all of our levee work, emergency levee work for the flooding fell under the Civil Works program, and all those contracts have been either awarded or they're under construction at this point. So we don't have any new actions in FY20 unless we get another flooding later on in the spring.
Daniel, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think I messed up with the slide. So what slide were you on right now? What number?
Okay, right now is number 12.
Which talks about the acquisition support team?
Yes, correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, I apologize. I was rushing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All righty. Thank you. So the AST group is a group that we have within the Omaha district, unique to planning and awarding MATACs and SATACs. So all they do is award these huge SATACs and MATACs for the Omaha district. So they do pretty much everything that falls under that. So anything related to the emergency response, environmental remediation program, fields program, they take care of. And these are big and long range acquisitions, as you can see there, to be awarded in the next, 3 to 5 years. We update this every year, to at least twice a year, and we put this on our website so everybody can track all these MATACs and SATACs. We do so many of them. It's hard to keep an eye on everything, but we do our best to update in the street on what we're doing as far as SATACs and MATACs. Because for the most part, it's how you get into the Omaha district, by bidding and responding to these SATACs and MATACs when they come out. Next slide, please. So my last slide here, one of the last slides here, is how do you do business with the Omaha district? Okay, so we do have a web page that we maintain and update, and it basically gives you everything you need to know about the Omaha district and how you can look for opportunities. We have a forecast that we update every, at least twice a year, with our contracts and MATACs and SATACs. And we also have a list of 16 IDIQs, our MATACs and SATACs. So if you're a subcontractor looking to do, for prime contracts and be a sub for some of those large contracts, you can also find the names of the prime contractors on this website. Next slide, please. So this is the last one right here. How do you contact the small business program in Omaha? So it's 2 of us. We are big enough to have two people in the Omaha district. So either get in touch with myself, Daniel Curado, or Matthew Haber. And that's all I have. Thank you very much. Next is John Solomon with the Seattle district. Thank you.